Well, hello guys and welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Today we're going to be looking at the Harbor Freight December 2024 Dollar Days. I have a lot of great coupons in this video that you can save money on at Harbor Freight. And if you want to find any of these coupons, they're available at my website. There you have the website domain right there under the Extras tab. Just click that and all the Harbor Freight coupons are available for you for the entire month of December and beyond. So let me explain to you what we're going to be looking at today so I don't forget to do so later on. We're going to be looking at three different sets of coupons. We have the Dollar Days. That's why I named it the Dollar Days video. So we're going to start off looking at the Dollar Days. Those are going to be in effect from whenever you see this video until the 11th of December. After that, we're going to be looking at some super coupons, and those are going to be in effect until the 15th of December. And then after that, we'll be looking at the instant savings coupons, and those will be in effect until the 26th of December. So you got a lot of different coupons to look at in here where you can take advantage of some money-saving deals at Harbor Freight. So let's start off looking at some Dollar Days coupons. We start off with the $1 items. Like I said, you look down there, 12/11, that is the date that they expire. And these are coupons with barcodes. The instant savings, remember, they don't have barcodes. So here we go. If you want to save some money on some microfiber cleaning towels, you can get the 12x12 4-pack for only $1. Normally $4, so that's 75% off. That's a considerable savings. Not too bad. And I have got these guys before and I use them and they do work just fine. They come in handy for all sorts of stuff like cleaning your vehicles or even cleaning around the house for window cleaning, all that kind of stuff. My wife uses them for cleaning around the house all the time. They really come in handy. And if you want some cable ties or zip ties, you can get these guys the 4-inch variety 100 pack for only $1. Keep in mind, it's only 4 inches. They're not really that big. Normally, these guys are $2, so that's half price right there. And if you want one of these EPDM tie-down or the rubberized bungee cords, here you can get this 31-inch one for $1. Normally $2, so that's half price right there. Or if you want some peg hooks, a 4-piece set, 4-inch straight peg hooks, you can get them for $1. Normally $1.50, so it's only 49 cents you save, or 32%. And I don't know how many people still use pegboards, but if you do, there you go. You can take advantage of that. And if you want a key-shaped folding knife, there you go for $1. You can get this guy right now, normally $2, so that's half price. And keep in mind, if you haven't seen this at the store, I have. You're not fooling anybody. It looks like a key, but it's like double the size of a key. You're not going to fool anyone. You can tell it's really not a key. So here we go. If you want one of these magnetic bit holders, the 2 7/8" magnetic bit holder for $1, normally $2.50, so that's 59% off. Not too bad if you need one of those guys. Or if you need a utility knife from Gordon, you can get this guy for $2. Now, normally I don't like these guys because if you put a lot of pressure on them, they have a tendency for the blade to want to kick up. Now, I know they have improved the design where they have this lip here to prevent that from happening, but it still can happen. I'd rather get the other newer designs that they have now, the folding ones. Those are much more secure. They're more expensive, but they are a better design, less chance of hurting yourself with the blade kicking back on you. And trust me, I have had that happen to me. I didn't get hurt, but I did have the blade kick back on me a couple of times. And here we go. If you want a long neck funnel, you can get this 18-inch funnel for $2, normally $4, so that's half price. And if you're looking for a rafter angle square, the 4-in-1 aluminum one for $2, normally $3, so that's 33% off. Yeah, let's move on to some other things. But before we get too far into this video, do me a great big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way you get informed every time I make one of these money-saving videos for Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, or any other great place that I can find to save you guys some money. Because saving money, especially for the holidays, make your dollar go as far as you can and make people happy. So there you go. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button, and let's move on. Now, if you need an extension cord, here you go for the Christmas tree, the Christmas lights, all that kind of stuff. You can get the 12-foot, 16 2-gauge indoor extension cord. Keep in mind, it is only for indoor use. $2 for this guy, normally $5. That's about 60% off right there. Or if you want some ear muffs to protect your ears when you're doing some really noisy work, from Western Safety, you can get these ear muffs for $2, normally $4, so that's half price right there. Or if you need a reflective heavy-duty tarp, the 5x7 heavy-duty reflective all-purpose weather-resistant tarp for $3, normally $5, so that's 39% off. Or if you want a round magnet, and these guys do come in handy for all sorts of stuff, 81 millimeter round magnet for $3, normally $5.50, so that's 45% off. Or a telescoping magnet, 18 inches. You can get this guy for $3, normally $3.79, so that's 20% off, or 79 cents you save. Or how about some Hardy Performance work gloves for $4? Comes in small, medium, large, and extra large. Right now $4, normally $6, so that's a couple bucks you save, or 33% off. And if you want some pliers, here you go with the 10-inch groove joint pliers or the slip joint pliers. You can get these guys for $4, normally $7, so that's 42% off. Or if you need some electrical tape from Stick Tech, the 60-foot by 3/4 inch industrial grade electrical tape, a 10-pack, you can get that for $5. That's like 50 cents a roll. That's pretty economical. Normally $7, so that's 28% off. Or if you need a 10-inch pneumatic tire with black hub, you can get that guy for $6 right now, normally $9, so that's 33% off. And here we go with the hollow shaft nut driver set, 7 pieces. You can get this guy for $6. That's less than $1 a piece. Normally $10, so that's 39% off. Or if you need a blowgun with extensions, here you go from Merlin. The air blowgun with extension, 5 pieces for $7, normally $9, so that's 22% off. Or if you need some jumper cables, you never know when you're going to break down somewhere. Always a good thing to have in the trunk of your vehicle. The 12-foot 10-gauge jumper cable set for $8, normally $10, so that's a couple bucks you save, or 19% off. And if you need a yellow rain suit, a 2-piece set, here you go, $8 for this guy, normally $10, a couple of bucks you save, or 19% off. Or an anti-fatigue mat set 4-pack. It has 4 pieces to it, so you put them all together and you get one big mat. $9 for this guy, normally $10, so that's 99 cents you save, or 9%. And if you need some poly sheeting, 10-foot by 25, $9, normally $13, so that's 30% off. All right, so that's all the Dollar Days items now, and here we're going to move on to the regular super coupon. So let's see if there's anything good in here. Here we start off with some fixed dual head halogen work lights for $33, normally $40, that's about $7 you save, or 17% off. And here you go with some impact rated hex titanium drill bit set, 21 pieces for $23, normally $30. So again, it's about $7-8 you save. That's about 23% off. I've never used this guy. If any of you have, comment down below. Let us know exactly if they're any good or not. I've never used them. I have tried other drills from Harbor Freight and was not really happy with them. Only the step drill bit set that I find to be acceptable. But the other ones that I got, a different set of drills, I had to take them back. I did not like them at all. And here you go if you want an inexpensive jack, the Pittsburgh 1.5-ton low-profile aluminum racing floor jack with rapid pump for $90, normally $100, so that's $10 you save. Not a big savings, but it is under $100, so that can help a lot of people out. And how about from Hercules, the 3.5 amp variable speed oscillating multi-tool for $60 right now, normally $70, so that's $10 off, or about 14% off. Or you need a cherry picker, here you go with a 1-ton capacity foldable shop crane for $230 from Pittsburgh, normally $270, so that's $40 you save. Or the cotter pin assortment set, 555 pieces, 555, there you go. $3.99 right now, normally $4.99, so 20% off, or $1 buckaroo. And how about this guy, if you need a work center hutch, 72-inch by 22-inch work center hutch. Available in 8 different colors. You can get this guy for $620 right now. Normally $700, so that's about $80 you save. If you're putting all your stuff together, there you go. You can save money on this guy. And here's the step drill bit set that I mentioned before. These are not too bad. Here you can get the Bauer multi-step set right there. I'm not going to read through all that, but it's $14 right now. 3 different drill bits, and it comes in various different steps for it. So $14 right now, normally $19, so that's 26% off. And if you want a cement mixer, this is probably about the cheapest one on the market right now. The 3.5 cubic foot cement mixer from Central Machinery for only $200. Normally $270, so that's $70 off. Most other companies like Lowe's and Harbor Freight and stuff like that, they moved down to the plastic bucket, which is over $300 for those guys. It may be a little bit bigger, I'm not 100% sure on that, but the plastic bucket does have its drawbacks just like this guy. But if you want a cheap cement mixer just to do stuff around the house, this is probably the best way to go. And let's see what else do we have here. How about if you're looking for a lower wall breaking hammer from Hercules, the 15 amp 42 pound 1 1/8 hex lower wall breaking hammer with maximum vibration control for $400, normally 5, so that's $100 you save right there. And let's see, how about a compressor from McGraw, the 29-gallon 165 psi oil lube belt driven shop auto air compressor. That's a big guy right there. That's a dual piston right there, so that'll pump up really quick. $500 for this guy right now, normally $550, so that's $50 you save. And here they have the StickTech electrical tape that we already talked about earlier. It's about the same price. I think it was $5 previously. Here is $4.99. Either way, if you missed the dollar days, you can still take advantage of this guy because this will go a little bit longer. Like I said, these go until the 15th. So if you missed the dollar days, you can still get the electrical tape at about the same price. And here you go if you need a jumper pack from Viking, the 1700 peak amp portable car battery jump starter and power pack with 150 psi air compressor, 170 right now, normally 200, so that's $30 you save. And if you need a shop vac, here you go from Bauer, the 14-gallon wet dry shop vac for $100, normally 110, so that's $10 you save. This guy comes with all the accessories and all that kind of stuff. And if you need a nice little stool for your workshop, here you go with the Pittsburgh adjustable shop stool with backrest for $60, normally $75, so that's 20% off or about $15 you save there. Comes in 4 different colors, black, red, green, and blue. And let's see, here you go with some lights. If you want some security lights, the Bunker Hill 115 lumen wall mount solar security lights, your choice of white or black, for $10 right now, normally $12, so that's a couple of bucks you save or 16% off. Keep in mind that it's only 115 lumens. These will kind of illuminate the path for you if you're trying to see something in the dark and you don't want to stumble, but they're not really good as far as security lights. They're not going to scare anybody away. 115 lumens is not much at all. If you want security lights, I always recommend stay above 500 lumens. That's enough to really light up an area and scare someone away if they don't want to be seen in the night. But this is kind of like moonlight. And let's see, how about if you want a belt and disc sander? From Bauer, the 4-inch by 36 belt and 6-inch disc sander for $100, normally $120, so that's $20 you save. Or from Admiral, you can get yourself a 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw with LED and laser guide for $200, which is a reasonable price. Normally $240, so that's $40 you save right there. Or if you need a master caliper set from Icon, here you go with this 20-piece set for $55, normally $65. That's 15% off or about $10. And here you go if you need a blower from Bauer, the 20-volt cordless 96-mile-per-hour jet fan blower kit for $85, normally $100, so that's $15 you save. And actually, this is not bad. I actually like this. For a long time, Harbor Freight has been selling the blower by itself. And I think it was like $50 for the blower by itself. So for only a few bucks more, now you can get a battery and charger included, which I think is a much more reasonable thing for people to buy, because you can go on Amazon and you can buy a blower and battery and charger for around $85. So Harbor Freight making it available now at the same price, this is much clearer. You're getting a good deal. Battery, charger, everything all included for one price instead of having to add on to it later on when you get tool only. Some people want the tool only. They still have that available, like I said, for less money if you already have enough batteries and charger on hand. But if you don't, this guy brings everything you need. And here you go if you need a socket holder, the US General 3/8" drive magnetic socket holder, your choice SAE or metric for $13, normally $20, so that's 35% off. And if you need a code reader, here you go from Zurich, the ZR-BT1 OBD2 Bluetooth dongle code reader. Now this one you have to use with an app. You have to get an app for your phone or tablet or something like that, and then you can use this little guy to read the codes on your car. Now keep in mind, it is just OBD2. It's not going to do a heck of a lot of stuff, but if you want the basics, there you go. For $45, you can get this guy. Normally $60, so that's 25% off. And if you want a paddle switch angle grinder, here you go from Bauer, the 8-amp 4.5-inch paddle switch angle grinder for $25, normally $45, so that's 44% off. Not too bad. And let's see, how about if you want a power inverter? Here you go with the Jupiter 3000 watt continuous 6000 watt peak modified sine wave power inverter for $280, normally $300, so that's about $20 you save. And here you go if you need another socket holder, and I believe they have another one further down. This is the 1/2 inch drive magnetic socket holder for 15 bucks, SAE or metric, 34% off because normally it's 23 bucks. And these guys right here, the Bunker Hill wireless security alarm system, this is actually pretty good. I have one of these guys. I've had it for about 6-7 years now, still working just fine. 13 bucks for this guy, normally 17, that's 23% off. It does require a couple of batteries, 9 volt for this guy, 3 C batteries for this guy, but this guy you can also plug it into the wall. It does not bring an adapter, but if you have like a 5 volt adapter, that's what it takes, and you can plug it into this guy, and then you don't need batteries anymore. That's what I did with mine. Eventually, I found a power adapter, I hooked it onto there, and I stopped having to buy batteries for it, which saves a lot of money, and the batteries do go bad after time, so that way you don't need to worry about it not working anymore. And here you go if you need a high-performance inflator from Maddox, the 12-volt 125 PSI inflator for 130 bucks, normally 140, so that's 10 bucks you save. And here you go, something that everybody should carry in their car. A tubeless tire repair kit, 9 pieces for 4 bucks. Normally $6.79, so that's 41% off. You never know where you're going to get a flat tire somewhere. Maybe in the middle of the road, you're on a trip or something. Having one of these guys in your vehicle can save you a lot of trouble instead of being stuck on the side of the road waiting for a tow truck to show up eventually to tow you somewhere. And being towed somewhere, you're talking a couple $100 at least. So it's not a cheap proposition anymore. Not like the old days where it was like 50 bucks or something. No. Now you're talking $200-300 bucks. So for 4 bucks, you can at least get yourself back to a shop somewhere and have them fix you up properly. And here you go if you need another jack from Daytona. The 1.5 ton ultra low profile lightweight high performance aluminum racing jack with rapid pump for 280 bucks, normally 300, so that's 20 bucks you save on that guy. And if you need a rotary tool, this is something great gift for the holidays or something, or even for yourself. The 1.3 amp variable speed rotary toolkit, 31 pieces for 15 bucks, normally 25. That's about 10 bucks off or 40% off. And here's the other one that I mentioned previously, the 1/4 inch drive magnetic socket holder for 10 bucks, SAE or metric. Normally 17, so there you go, 41% you can save yourself. And if you need a belt sander, here you go from Bauer, the 8 amp 3x21 inch variable speed belt sander for 40 bucks, normally 55, so that's 27% off. And here you go if you need an industrial grade air hose reel. Now I'm going to point this guy out in case you're interested in it, but actually I don't think it's really that great a deal. The Earthquake XT 3/8 by 50 foot. Keep that in the back of your mind. 3/8 by 50 foot industrial grade air hose reel. 150 bucks. Normally 170, that's 20 bucks you save. But further on down, I'm going to show you the one that I have, which is a heck of a lot cheaper than this guy, and it's the same exact thing. So we'll talk about that one when I get to it. And here you go with the 6 outlet power strip with metal housing for 17 bucks, normally 23, so that's 26% off. And let's see, if you need some screwdriver set from Pittsburgh, the screwdriver 8-piece set for 8 bucks, that's about $1 a piece. Normally 10 bucks, so that's 20% off right there. And if you happen to want a variable speed D-handle drill, the 9 amp 1/2 inch drive from Bauer for 40 bucks, normally 55, so that's 27% off. And here you go if you need a nice emergency survival kit, 12 pieces for 20 bucks, normally 25. So that's about 5 bucks you save or about 20% off. Now this is another kit that is very good to keep in the back of your vehicle. You never know when you're going to be stranded somewhere, especially in the places that you get snow and blizzards and stuff like that. You just never know what's going to happen. This doesn't weigh a lot, doesn't take a lot of room, but keeping it in the back of your vehicle can be a lifesaver. So think about that one. And let's see, how about this? If you need a ratcheting screwdriver set, 26 pieces for 9 bucks, normally 13, so that's 30% off. And let's see, now let's move on to the instant savings coupons. They don't say instant savings, but they are the instant savings because there's no barcode. You don't need coupons for this. This is just like a regular sale flyer that they have going on. So let's look at these guys real quick and see what's available. Now here you go if you want the Pittsburgh Mechanics tool set, 301 pieces for 170 bucks. Normally 200, so that's 30 bucks you save on that guy. Well, right here you have the Pittsburgh 2-ton compact trolley jack for 35 bucks, normally 40, so that's 12% off. Guys, I always say don't use trolley jacks. They're not very stable. They're not very good. I mean, if you want to lift up a lawn tractor or something like that, okay, fine, it'll work for that, but not for a multi-ton vehicle. Get yourself a proper floor jack. Your life is worth it. You don't want a vehicle falling off and hurting you, not while you're under it, even while you're jacking it up. Just while you're jacking it up, these guys can be very wobbly and your car could fall off and hurt you. So spend an extra 50, 60 bucks, get yourself a regular floor jack. You'll be much safer and happier in the long run. And here you go if you want an extension wobble set from Pittsburgh, the wobble socket extension set, 9 pieces for 10 bucks, normally 15, so that's about 5 bucks off or 33% off. And here we go looking at the microfiber cleaning towels that we saw earlier. If you miss it during the Dollar Day sale, you can still get it until the 26th. But it's going to cost you a lot more. Instead of $1, it's going to cost you 4 times more. So get it at the Dollar Day sale if you want these guys. And here we go looking at the retractable hose reel that I mentioned previously. Here you go from Central Pneumatic. I have this guy. I've had it for 6-7 years now. Works for me just fine. Again, this is a 3/8 by 50 footer retractable hose reel for 70 bucks. That was cheaper than the other one. Normally 80, so that's 12% off right now. Grab this guy at this price. This is a much better deal than the other one. I don't see any difference between them. Same hose, same length, same everything, and the drum and everything is probably all the same. It's just steel, and it probably has the same kind of spring, maybe a little stronger spring. I don't know. But obviously, how often do you pull this thing back and forth? And the spring is just a clockwork design. It's not a real wound up spring like you would normally think of. So I got this guy. I'm very happy with it. I would say it's probably a lot smarter way to go if you don't have a lot of money in your pocket that you're just willing to throw away. And here you go if you want a standard auto darkening helmet from Chicago Electric. 38 bucks for this guy right now, normally 40, so that's 5% off. And if you want yourself a tool set, here you go from Quinn. 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive, SAE and metric high visibility socket set, 66 pieces for 50 bucks, normally 60, so that's about 10 bucks or about 16% off. And if you want a nice little tote here, you go from Voyager, 15-inch tool bag with 14 pockets for 7 bucks, normally 10, so that's about 3 bucks off or about 30% off. And if you want a compressor, the Fortress 2-gallon, 135 PSI, ultra quiet hand carry job site air compressor for 170 bucks, normally 190, so that's 20 bucks you save. And if you want an inexpensive drill to give it as a gift for the holidays or even for yourself, here you go from Warrior, the 18-volt cordless 3/8-inch drill driver kit with the battery and charger included for only 25 bucks. That's not too bad. You get the drill, driver, battery charger, everything, 25 bucks. Normally 30, so that's about 5 or 6 bucks you save or 16% off. And if you want a little bottle jack, here you go from Pittsburgh, the 4-ton hydraulic bottle jack for only 20 bucks, normally 28, so that's 28% off or a few bucks you save there. Again, a great gift for the holidays for somebody starting out. And if somebody needs also some accessories for their compressor, from Merlin, the premium air compressor accessory kit, 20 pieces for 20 bucks. Again, about $1 a piece. Normally 23 bucks, so that's 13% off. And if you need a tape measure, 25 by 1 inch quick find tape measure with ABS casing from Pittsburgh for 3 bucks. Normally 5. That's a couple of bucks off, 40% off, and it has a lifetime warranty. You break it, throw it against the wall, crack it open, take it back, get yourself a new one. And here you go also the security bit set. Now I have one of these guys also, had it for a number of years, comes in very handy. A lot of things these days use security bits on them because they don't want you to open them up. But if you have this set, you can open it up without any trouble at all. The Warrior security bit set with case, 100 pieces for 8 bucks, normally 10, so that's 20% off or about 3 bucks you save. And if you need a rubber air hose, here you go from Merlin, 3/8-inch by 25 footer rubber air hose for 12 bucks, normally 15, so that's about 20% off. And if you want another power strip, here you go with the 6-outlet power strip for $3.80, normally 5 bucks, so that's 24% off. And here you have a small soldering iron, 30-watt lightweight soldering iron from Chicago Electric for $4. Normally $6, that's 33% off. I always point out, guys, I have this guy. I bought it a long time ago, and it's a very cheapy little set. Okay, it's not that great. If you want to use it for hobby, if you have one or two things you want to solder, it'll do the job. If you don't want to go deep in and spend a lot of money on a soldering iron, it'll do the job. It's only $4. But the tip burns out very quickly. After 2 or 3 projects, the tip will be no good anymore. So keep that in mind. Actually, I talked about one on the ITC, the Inside Track Club member coupons. The Hobby Kit is a much better kit than this one, and I think it's only a couple of bucks more. The Hobby Wood Burner Kit, it's a lot better built than this one. This one is very flimsy. Look at it at the store. You'll see what I mean. It is very flimsy. So if you have a choice between this one and the wood burning kit, which can also do soldering, grab the wood burner. It's a lot better value. And let's see, here you have another tote. Here you go, the 12-inch tool tote with 18 pockets from Voyager for $9. Normally $11, so that's 18% off. Or if you want a metal ammo can, the 30 caliber ammo can for $13, normally $15, so that's 13% off. And all right, guys, here we are at the end of the coupons. That's all the coupons that are in effect from right now until Christmas Day. So hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.